name is Nigel and I speak your language in the kitchen. I'll be doing today's video in Hindi. Namaste. Mera khana bahu aata hai. There'll be subtitles in English underneath so that people outside India will also understand what I'm talking about. Today we're going to be making a base vegetable stock from which you can make so many different other dishes, and we're going to be transforming it into a vegetable and lentil soup. Super healthy, super tasty. Let's get going. This video is sponsored by Gymshark, and you can click on the link below and get 10% off all of their clothing items. And no, I'm just kidding really. I'm just wearing this hat because I'm having a bad hair day and couldn't be bothered to shower before I made the video. So let's get started straight away and take a look at the basic contents of a really healthy vegetable stock, which you can put in almost any sauce you like, but also you can make a fantastic soup with it, which is what we're going to be doing today anyway. First of all, you're going to need a pack of vegetables that are used specifically for making a vegetable stock. Obviously, if you can buy organic, that's much better for you and better for the planet. But as you can see here, I've just gone for the cheapest thing around the corner. And in there, usually you have carrots, you have leek, you have some roots, parsley, and maybe some normal parsley and one or two other things, some celery and so on. So you'll need that. You will need some olive oil. And I also use good old Marmite as a kind of little bit of a booster to the flavour. First of all, you need a decent pan, and into that you put about between 1 and 2 tablespoons full of olive oil. Olive oil is probably the most healthy, so I'd recommend using that as opposed to, certainly not sunflower oil anyway. Rapeseed oil is okay, but obviously olive oil is the healthiest. You can let that start to warm up while you begin to prepare your vegetables. So I would start by, obviously wash everything. I would start by chopping up the leek first of all, and put that in the olive oil and let it start to gently fry. Then I would go for the celery root. Then I would chop up and put the carrots in and get that started first of all. So our leeks are ready, so they go into the olive oil. And get yourself something to stir them around a bit in the oil, and then just on a medium-high heat let them fry until they go a little bit soft. And after a few minutes you'll be ready to put the parsley root in. So once the celery and the leeks are cooking nicely away in the olive oil and they're beginning to caramelize a little bit, then you can obviously add your carrots. I've left these in bigger chunks, but it's up to you. And it slightly depends on whether you're going to make just a vegetable stock here or whether you're actually going to make a vegetable soup or a lentil soup or a Spanish bean soup or whatever you want to make. But this is the great healthy base. Just take a look at that. Just pure goodness. Vegetables, olive oil, doesn't get much better than this. Okay, so at this stage everything is beginning to cook and is lightly fried. Now it's time to do some seasoning. So I would add a few twists of freshly ground black pepper. You need a bit of salt in there. The healthiest salt to use is not sea salt actually, but pink Himalayan salt from the Himalayas, funnily enough. Or what I often do is I use something called Vegeta, which is basically a powdered vegetable stock, and you can buy this in most supermarkets. This is a German version, but you can obviously buy any basically powdered vegetable stock. It may sound a bit strange putting vegetable stock powder inside vegetable stock, but the idea is this is a little bit more healthy and nutritional than salt. So I tend to use that. I've got a little jar here that I already put it in. So just a sprinkling of vegeta, and now, or vegetable stock, you can pour some water over the vegetables. I've used the kettle and boiled it already simply to save time. And you give it a stir. And then you put just 1 spoonful of good old Marmite in there if you want. Again, it just adds flavour. And once your Marmite's gone in there, you can pop the lid on it, let it start to boil, turn the heat down onto 2 and let it cook away. Ideally, you want to let it cook for about an hour so that all the flavours from the vegetables go into the water, and then you've got a fantastic vegetable stock. What you do with it now, well, the possibilities are endless. You can literally, although it seems very wasteful, you can take a sieve or a colander and sieve the vegetables out of the vegetable stock, and then you've just got a liquid, pure vegetable stock, and the vegetables then, you're either going to have to fry them up and eat them as bubble and squeak, or I'm afraid you're going to have to throw them away. That does seem a bit wasteful, but if you want a really good base stock, then this is a really good way to do it, even though there's some waste involved. From here though, I'm going to take this on into a vegetable and lentil soup. So I'm going to let it cook just for a few minutes, but then I'm going to put some lentils in there. You can use brown lentils, green lentils, any lentils that cook for around about, maybe they need 30 to 40 minutes. Without pre-soaking, and that way you can save time. If they need pre-soaking, you have to do that obviously first, and then you can put them into your soup. So let's put the lentils in. And just before we do put the lentils in, I guess I forgot to say I would normally add a little bit of Worcester sauce, a few drops, and maybe a few mixed herbs, either French Provençal herbs or Italian herbs. Just a little mixture, not too much, like half a teaspoon, just again to give the flavour a bit more of a rounding off. So after 20 minutes your stock is now ready, and you can take it, as I said, into lots of different directions. I'm going to take this into a vegetable and lentil soup. The lentils, as you can see, have now puffed up and they're looking much more like lentils, strangely enough. And you can now add whatever other vegetables you want. You can just look in your fridge and see what you've got, and you can just feel inspired. I happen to have some new potatoes and some leftover red pepper from a Chinese dish I made yesterday. So I'm going to add those into the soup now. And then small pieces of potato like that will take probably 15, maximum 20 minutes to cook. So I now pop the lid back on and let the soup carry on cooking for about another 15 minutes. And just one last thing, and you know, I keep forgetting things because I'm getting quite old now. Again, on the subject of thickening the soup a little bit, if you want to make it also a little bit sweeter, you can add some good old Heinz baked beans or some of the 5 beans. Bit more protein, bit more roughage, bit more thickener in your sauce. So you can just put these in right at the very end. Don't cook them because they'll go mushy. Sorry. I think we'll make that an outtake. Don't cook them because they will go... Don't cook them because... I'm a pescatarian, so today the soup is just made with vegetables. The other tip I can give you, you could put some chopped tofu in there. If you are a carnivore, you could put some smoked sausage, some big chunks of smoked ham, basically anything you like. So now it's time to plate up. Look at that lovely, beautiful, healthy lentil and vegetable soup. There we go. That will really put hairs on your chest. Look at that. I've just realised I probably put about the whole female audience of my show off, but never mind. It's good for you. So now it's time to light a candle, sit down, relax, enjoy every flavour you can taste, and say a little prayer of gratitude at the end. I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and I hope you enjoy making the soup and that it does you good and you really enjoy the flavour. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Ping! I don't have a sound effect for that, so I'll just make it up myself. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you again soon. Adios. Oh, sorry, I'm in Germany, yeah. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Tschüss.